Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos, the rise, the lie, and the fall of Silicon Valley's biggest dream. She was once praised as the next Steve Jobs. She promised to revolutionize healthcare, save lives, and change the world. At just 30 years old, Elizabeth Holmes became America's youngest self-made female billionaire. And then, almost overnight, everything collapsed. This is the full story of Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos, the ambition, the fame, the deception, and the devastating lesson that shook Silicon Valley to its core. Early life, the making of a dreamer. Elizabeth Ann Holmes was born on February 3, 1984 in Washington, D.C., into a well-connected and ambitious family. Her parents had strong ties to government and prestigious institutions, and from a young age, Elizabeth was taught that greatness was expected, not optional. As a child, she was intensely focused, competitive, and obsessed with success. She admired inventors and visionaries, especially Steve Jobs, whose minimalist style and bold confidence later became her blueprint. Holmes showed early interest in science and medicine. She believed that healthcare was broken, too slow, too expensive, and too painful for patients. Even as a teenager, she spoke about changing the world, not just succeeding in it. Stanford and the birth of an idea. Elizabeth Holmes enrolled at Stanford University studying chemical engineering. During her time there, she became fixated on a bold idea. What if a few drops of blood could run hundreds of medical tests instantly? The idea sounded revolutionary. Devastating. Theranos' machines could not perform the tests Holmes claimed. Results were unreliable, inaccurate, and sometimes dangerous. Instead of using their own technology, Theranos secretly relied on traditional lab machines, altering results to hide failures. Patients received false diagnoses, doctors were misled, lives were put at risk. But the illusion continued until whistleblowers spoke up. Fraud exposed, the beginning of the end. In 2015, investigative journalist John Carreyrou of the Wall Street Journal published a series of reports exposing Theranos' lies. The articles revealed fake demonstrations, manipulated data, intimidation of employees, false claims to investors and regulators. Regulatory agencies stepped in, partnerships collapsed, investors panicked. The empire built on belief began to crumble. Company collapse. Theranos shuts.
The final lesson. Vision without truth destroys everything. Elizabeth Holmes was intelligent. She was ambitious. She was successful for a moment. But she chose image over integrity, belief over evidence, and power over truth. She didn't lose everything because she failed. She lost everything because she lied to protect success instead of earning it honestly. Life lesson. Vision can inspire the world, but without truth, it will destroy the dream and the dreamer. Elizabeth Holmes had everything: fame, money, influence, and history on her side. One wrong path turned it all into nothing. And that is why the Theranos story remains one of the greatest cautionary tales in American business history.